Well, welcome everyone, welcome to another video. We've finally made it to Victoria. We crossed over the border a couple of minutes ago. We're on our first stop, is a little park in, I don't know how you say it, Catamo, Victoria. We're just at the Lions Park. We're on our way down to check out another bit of solo art, something that Annie's been planning for about a year and a half now. We've had this trip sort of planned doing some of these solo art, so I hope you enjoyed them. We've seen a few great ones already, but we've seen this Lions Park and thought we'll stop off here. It is bloody freezing, guys. I was talking to someone this morning and they were telling me it's 35 degrees or something this week up in Kingaroy where we live, and it feels like about 2 degrees here. The wind is going straight through me. I've still got my shorts on, but I'm going to put some long pants on soon, I reckon, if this weather keeps up. Absolutely blew a gale last night. We had a big storm go around us. It was unbelievable, but they got some stories down here about all the bunyips and everything in the Boosbury Creek. So there's a beautiful little creek down the back here. There's some great signage here telling you all about it. Welcome to Broken Boosbury State Park. So there's should be some beautiful wildlife around here. I'll tell you what, this road is busy. It's been non-stop sheep, cattle. Look at all the sheep. Wouldn't they be freezing driving along in that weather? Lucky they got warm coats on, but I was going to open up this video cracking a bottle of VB and having a drink, but I needed to top up the car with super unleaded. Didn't have enough, so I poured a couple of bottles of VB in there, so it's kept it running. That's about all it's useful for. But have a look at that. There's a great sculpture there of a big eagle, really well made out of all old jacks and all sorts of stuff, spanners, beautiful metal art. So just one of the things you can see down here. But they've got little boxes up in some of the trees for the bird life to nest in. But definitely worth checking out. Someone else has just pulled up. But stay tuned. We're going to make our way to the next bit of silo art on our trip. It's only a couple of k's down the road there. So thanks very much, and I'll see you. Okay, well, we've made it to Katamata silo art up behind me here, and there you go there. Have a look at that. How cool is that? This is a really different sort of a silo we've seen too. It looks like it's actually got somewhere where you can walk up inside them. It's got a doorway and I can see windows, and it's got an old set of draft horses pulling a plough, Aboriginals, and steam trains, which probably made the area. But really well done, isn't it? It was painted in 2023. This one hasn't been here that long. It's one of the newer ones, so not a lot of people would have seen this one. But I'll tell you what, the artists that do these things are absolutely amazing. The amount of work that they've put into these and the detail in everything, it just looks fantastic. So having trouble getting it all in the picture. The sun is sort of above me, so it's not the best time of the day to be here, and it is cloudy, but definitely worth checking out. There is a gold coin donation thing over there. Got me gold coin. I'm going to throw it in there and just help them out. We've been carrying around a bit of shrapnel with us. So any of these ones that do have donations, put them in. There's also a calendar you can buy. We've got one to support all the silo art. So get online, search that out. I'm still bloody freezing, guys, but nice little spot here, busy road. Annie's over there taking photos, but more canola growing all around here, sheep, all sorts of stuff. Looking forward to exploring another state. This is the third state on our trip. So I think we're off to another silo next. We've got a few today we're going to do. So stay tuned, more coming. Thanks very much. Bye. Well, welcome everyone to Tungaba silos. There's some galahs. Are they Victorians? Galahs? Yeah. Yeah, I think they're Victorian galahs. Feeding on some seed down there. But yeah, so there's the silos right there, and how ironic. They have a galah and a kookaburra and some, what are those other birds, Annie?
One's a blue fairy wren.
Blue fairy wren. I don't know what the big ones are.
One's a honey eater, and
They look like some sort of water birds. There's wheat around them. So this was an old railway station, and it's not here anymore. But there's the sign there, Annie's having a read of it. And it was built in 1886, but it's no longer here. And that's the artist there that did the paintings, and there they are there painting. There's the railway station in 1951, and there it is there when they built it in 1889. So it's pretty cool there, isn't it, Annie?
yeah.
So we've got a few more solos to do today, haven't we?
Yep.
About 3 more, have we? Or
3 more, I think.
yeah. So luckily enough in Victoria though, they have got signs up saying Silo Trail, but there is another donation box over there. I will be grabbing a gold coin out of the car, I just forgot about it, and I will put it in there. So Kickstart Community Fund donations, continued improvements in Tungamaga. God, these names are a mouthful. Let's get going, eh?
I've given up with the name.
Okay everyone, see you at the next one. Okay everyone, we've made it to the little town of St. James, and we've come to another bit of silo art. So here it is behind me. This is just one end of it here. So there you can see there on that one there on its own, there's a lot of draft horses pulling some grain probably. And then you walk down here a little bit further and you see the rest of the silos that have been painted. Now, the artist who painted these, let me get his name for you, was Tim Botel. The silos are painted to pay tribute to St. James's rich history. And IJ and R Martin, there's an old Morris with some grain on the back. And there's a little bit of a story here about the town, about the silos, bit of a donation box there again that you can put some coins into, and St. James silo art. Now the silo art is actually to pay tribute to the first coal store. Yes, the first coal store ever opened is in this town here, and that's it right there in front of you with the wagon. North Eastern Store, G.J. Coles, established 1882. And he grew up in this town. Sir George Coles grew up in St. James Township and took over the St. James General Store from his father, expanding it into the empire it is today. So there you go there, that's a little bit of history. I didn't even know that. So that's about it from St. James. There's a nice pub over the road here, the Hotel St. James. Everything's named after St. James in this town. So there's some great toilets here. There's some other buildings to have a look around, but put it on your bucket list. We just met another couple here who are doing the silo art as well. They have already looked at over 50 silos, but there you go there. There's all the corporate sponsors there, and Coles is sponsoring this as well, so they should. So let's move on to the next one. We've got another few more to do today, but we'll see you soon. Okay, we're at the next town, Devonish Public Hall over the road there. There's an old building over there. I'd love to know the history. I've got the FJ parked up in front of the old fuel station, which is no longer running. And down the road there is a heap of old buildings we'll have a look at in a minute. But there you can see the silos. And I'll get around the front there in a second and we'll show you a photo from the front. But there's a few people here. I don't want to disturb them. They're all doing the same thing. But we'll walk around the front there in a second. Just walk down past the silos for a second because there's a heap of people there and you hate disturbing them because it is a memorial to soldiers. So we'll get back to that in a minute. But have a look at this old building here. How good does that old building look? As in, it doesn't look good, but it looks great in its format as in how it's built. The big old rolled verandas with the posts going into the ground. I can't quite read the signage up the front. Something bacon, can't read it, sorry. Butchers and bacon cuts, I think. I might have that wrong. And there's a little, probably an old pub on the other side there. Devonish Community Hotel Limited. And down the alleyway down here is an old barn that's painted up with an old steam train and probably the old railway station, probably depicting the old railway station that used to be here in town, because this town was started because of the rail line. Most of the people here would have been working around the railway station and working on the farms and that in the area, and that's how they would have got all their food and travelled between towns all by rail. It was no electric cars or EVs or all that sort of thing in the past. This is how most towns were built, either on the rivers, the creeks, or by rail. So hopefully everyone's gone up there now. We'll head back there and we'll show you the silo art and tell you all about it. But definitely a town worth coming and checking out if you're in Victoria. So far we've only been here for a couple of hours, but we are really impressed. It's amazing. So see you in a second. Here we are at the silo art, and you can see there's a light horseman soldier, would have been back in the First World War, and then we have a nurse and also another nurse from the modern infantry. So it's this artwork is to commemorate the wars that have happened throughout the centuries, from 1914 right through to Afghanistan, the Second World War, Somalia, all of the wars, and it's a tribute from the town. The art was commissioned for this to commemorate the 50 people from the town that served in the armed forces during the wars. So that's a lot of people out of a small town like this. Like I said, this town was started for the railways that ran between here and up the road at St. James, and they would have run grain, people, cargo, all sorts of things throughout the rail line. So definitely worth checking out. And there is also a little small memorial there to one of the dogs that served in Afghanistan. I'll put a bit of a photo of it up on the screen. So definitely worth coming and checking out. There is another donation thing here as well. So make sure if you are travelling through all these that you do help out. So we're going to head off to the next one now. Hope you're enjoying all this. If you can't get to them, at least you can watch my video and have a quick look and hopefully learn a little bit about all these great artworks in all these small towns. Because what we have noticed since we've been travelling, we have been catching up with a few people at the same ones, or there is a heap of other people pulling up whenever we're at one. So it is creating income for small towns. So there's that little pub across the road there. They've got Devonshire teas, so you can stop off, have a drink, have a beer if you want to, and put a little bit of income back into some of these tiny little towns that are now struggling because there's no longer the railway line or the industry that there used to be. So we're going to jump in the FJ and head off to the next one. Where are we going, Annie?
S.A.W. sign over there?
Yep.
That's something we don't even think about.
Bushfire place of last resort.
Yeah, which is the public hall here.
Yeah, so if they do have bushfires here, this is the last resort you come to. So this building here, come here. It's a safe place that hopefully you can keep out of the any fires that may happen around here. Just a bit more information. See ya. Okay everyone, we've made it to the next town. The Railway Hotel is over there and it's the little town of Gurumbat, 1884. And there's a small building there, nice little park over there. But what we've come to see is the next silo, and there it is down the end there. I will see if the digital zoom works and zoom in for you. There you go there. So we've got 3 Clydesdales on there. They were bred locally, and one of them that was bred there was by the owners is written on the board over there as being a real dummy. It was bred by Bev and Len, and the other 2 horses were actually sold to a Toowoomba couple. So how is that? I am from up around that region, and 2 of those other horses were actually sold to a Toowoomba couple. So the paintings were put up there to commemorate the work that they've done in this town and in other towns. So there is some other artwork on the other side. We'll quickly go up there and have a look at that, and then we will finish off. Cheers. I don't know whether you're going to see these, but there, because the sun's right in front of me now, there is an owl on one and a gum tree, or ironbark actually, sorry, on the other one. Now I'll see if I can get some photos of them and show you a bit better shot. But the owl is actually the barking owl. It's one of the most threatened owls in Victoria and northwest Victoria remaining in the wild. The ironbark, which was painted there also by the same painter, Jim DeVat, put the ironbark there, and you might be able to see in the centre of it above the door is a hollow. That's where these owls live. Now the ironbarks have been cut down, and the owl is obviously suffering from having a habitat. So he has put these 2 paintings up on these silos to sort of make people aware of the plight of the barking owl. So that is pretty good. Well done to him, and these are definitely worth coming and checking out. So I'm not sure whether we've got another one to do today or not, but knowing any, we have. So if we don't, I will finish off somewhere else, but if we do, we'll show you another one soon. Hope you're enjoying. Thanks very much. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, and if you can, hit the like and subscribe. Cheers everyone. Hey everyone, Steve here. If you're after a great little spot to stay, if you're on your travels and you're getting off the beaten track, come to the little town of Oaklands. There's a great little overnighter or stay for 3 nights here. Got these little parking bays set up. Barbecues over there, there's toilets down the street. There is water there if you want to use bore water, but there's some great stuff to walk around. There's a museum down behind that little display there. That's the Hall of Fame for truckies who've lost their lives on the road. There's a great pub down the road there, and there's an RSL bowling club over the road there. So a great little overnighter. Make sure you stop off here. Cheers everyone. Jasper and Winnie, give it the paws up.